Welcome to Small Town Snarks. I'm Joel.
And I'm Miranda. Let's get snarky.
But we've got to verify it legally to see if she dead. Most indubitably dead. I don't know the words. Indubitably.
For a children's show.
There were some big words in that show.
Yeah,
they did really well with them.
Welcome to the podcast, Miss Jessie. I'm going to call you Miss Jessie because that's what the kids call you.
That's what the kids call me.
We'll just before we get to the actual topic of this episode, we just came off of a really wonderful run of shows of Wizard of Oz.
Very cute.
That you directed.
Yeah, my directorial debut.
Yes, and it was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot. I was very outnumbered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of kids.
I do have a question for you. Did it hurt when your baby came out of you?
Oh gosh, I love her so
I think
much.
that was one of my favorite child questions.
Yeah, that definitely. It was just so unexpected. You know?
Yeah, but also she was so sincere about it. She really wanted the
she's just
answer.
there for the information. And
yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Inquisitive minds want to know.
Joel, her mom had to get cut open when she had her sister. Yeah. So she just wanted to
We're not even 2 minutes into this episode, and we're going right down the train has left the station.
It has left the station.
Oh my gosh. But yes, it was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
That is a wild script.
It really is.
Just a wild show for kids. I mean, they just ran with it.
You remember the movie, and I just forgot so much of it. Apparently, and I'm reading through the script when I'm getting ready to plan the scenes, and I'm like, what? When does this happen? I don't remember any of this.
I was talking to Joel about that. I think I've seen the movie once.
Oh, really?
Literally once.
That's the same response I had. I was like, once.
I feel like I grew up on that movie, but it's still, it's certain scenes that, stick with you, and then the rest is kind of, in your kid brain gets just, shoved to the side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just, honestly, Miss Miranda's Hot Take Corner.
New segment on the podcast.
I don't love the story. Yeah. It's alright.
Well,
it's not really about the story.
It was it was just for, we've got color now, let's show it off. Everything else is kind of just, shoehorned in, and they're
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a literal fever dream.
She had a concussion.
Yeah.
Dorothy was concussed.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she seeks medical attention after this.
Or maybe ingested some things.
On the farm.
Some poppies.
Kansas, maybe.
Hot take, it wasn't a corn farm, it was a poppy farm.
Ooh. Yeah, there maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, just a strange time.
Yeah.
It was a really strange time.
Can we also just, talking about that show, just real quick, I had no idea about Jitterbug.
Yeah, apparently that was an original song from the movie that was cut.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my friend's mom told me that, and I had no idea.
I completely understand why.
Yeah.
I like the Jitterbug.
I liked it.
So apparently with the movie, they filmed it, and they have never released the footage, and people want to see it so badly.
Who are people I'd like to talk to?
Wizard of Oz historian.
Okay.
The people who love Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Love you don't. You either
fans.
I've seen it, or you're I'm obsessed with the Wizard of Oz. There's kind of no in between.
Yeah, Miranda and I had a discussion about that the other week, and the fact that, for some people it's just a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
It's just, something they watch every year around the holidays, or, it's just, it's their thing. It's their family thing.
I disagree.
It's not my holiday movie, but I can see it being someone's.
Yeah. And I think then you brought up Gone with the Wind.
Well, yeah, because that came out the same year,
Yeah.
It was a big year for movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sound of Music's the same vibe of, family nostalgia, musicals.
Which I said, that's not a family movie. I disagree.
The Hills were alive.
Nothing screams family like Nazis.
It is definitely a musical.
It's definitely a musical.
Well, so many things. So many things to talk to you about. But first off, we're so happy that you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm a snarky. I listen all the time.
We love that.
I was telling you guys off camera, but I have lunch with you guys every week. When we listen to the podcast, it feels like I'm hanging out. So it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about all of the people that we want to have on the podcast, and you were definitely high on that list. Just so good to talk to you all the time about all the things.
Thanks.
Yes, I'll speak for both of us when I say it's just always so good to talk to you.
I like talking to you guys too.
Yeah, and we just have so many stories.
We've been through some things.
I feel like we've been through so many milestones together. Like you created a whole human.
I did. I
throughout
grew,
our friendship.
Bones and organs from scratch, man.
You did.
While
That's
knowing
crazy.
you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's just hard to believe. Not hard. Well, yes and no. It's been like 3.5 years, and that's It feels like a lifetime.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And like it's so strange because I associate Small Town Stars with like that's when we began our fertility treatment journey. So like, yeah, you guys have been with us through everything. Like,
I remember. I think it was Mamma Mia, after the show when you had sent a message about it. And, it's like, it just, goes to show you never really know what's going on, because I never would have guessed that you guys were dealing with such
we wanted something to get us out of the house and like not focused on that. And we saw the posting, and then, my 2 longest friends that we've done theater together back since 2008 were like, let's all audition. And I was like, this is all lining up. Like, it's all lining up. 10 minutes down the road, want to get back into theater, need to distract myself. And then I peer pressured my husband into doing it. That's the most important thing. Get him on board.
Yeah. We were talking back when we first started discussing Mamma Mia about how like the summer of 2022 was such like a pivotal time for the company, but also so many people that are still active with us today started that summer.
It's true. I feel like you mentioned this when you gave a speech during Mamma Mia, but you're like, this cast is like a lightning in a bottle situation. Like
it really was.
It was so like everyone just had such a great time, connected, and like really wanted to stick with the company because it was just such an important time, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
personally.
I really felt with that cast, like, it was such a team effort, and you don't get that every time, and I think, like, just everyone was so collaborative, and it felt like everyone was on equal footing. Like, I felt like, people who had more solos than other people were just, like, they were just part of the team, It wasn't, there wasn't an ego thing going on.
There was, like, no ego thing going on. At least never that I heard, and I was so happy with that, because I've done some really toxic community theater in the past that I was like, oh my gosh, this is so refreshing. And we had 2 really intense moments that like is community theater coming together, and that was a lead needing to rest her voice and someone stepping in at the last minute, and then a lead's mic going out, and you guys just turned everything down. We all sang quieter around her. She sang into Daryl's and like those are the moments that like really solidify like how magical coming together to do theater can be. Like you really have like we all just clicked, and you scramble and you figure it out, and that's what's beautiful about it.
Absolutely.
It was really cool because recently, so someone we have been working with really frequently, started working with them during Pippin, and I guess they like us because they stick around, but they do a lot of tech stuff. They're excellent at it, and we're on headset, and we had someone on headset with us who isn't normally on headset, and I always warn people, I'm like, hey, we can get a little
you're gonna hear some stuff
crazy over the headsets because we just say some unfiltered stuff. We're all really tired because it's tech week.
Yeah.
And I remember her saying like, but don't worry, because when it matters, we really lock in, and it's actually really, really cool. And I thought about that, and I was like, she's right though. Like when there's a problem, and it's not just us, it's the cast too. Like we lock in, and it's those moments that are super memorable.
Absolutely. Well, I guess before we get into like too deep into Mamma Mia, I think we should take a step back. First off, when did you start doing theater?
I started doing theater when I was really young. My mom, we've joked that she's just like a really lazy stage mom because she was like, oh, she's going to sing at church. Being the head of the church play, and like, she didn't aim very high, but like, you know what, it was fun. Uh-huh. But I loved theater from like a really young age. I saw Beauty and the Beast was my first show I ever went, professional show that I saw, and I was like, like people do this for their job, like that's incredible to me, and it blew my mind. And yeah, I took a break for like 10 years before I came back to Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia was my first show after 10 years being away because I was just working jobs that I couldn't do theater at the time. And so there was a little hiatus, and now I'm back.
And you came back. You always manage to come back to theater. It just always finds a way.
It helps through everything in life, I feel like.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So you saw that Mamma Mia was happening, and you brought some friends along. Yeah.
And to be honest, like, Mamma Mia wouldn't, like, be like, oh, that's my, like, I know it was, like, a few people's, like, I love this show, do it forever. Mm-hmm. Wasn't one that it was ever on my radar as, like, oh, I gotta do Mamma Mia. But, you know, it was just, the stars just really aligned with what we were trying to get out. Like, I feel like we lost all of our hobbies during COVID too. So I was like, I really need a hobby. So yeah, just like all lined up. And of course, like me and my two like oldest friends, we were like, what if we're like the three older dynamos? Like, what if we get to do that together? And one of us did. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's
absolutely.
Awesome.
Do you remember, that audition process?
I do. I remember it so clearly because like my husband and I went together after I had very heavily peer pressured him into this 24 hours beforehand. So like we were not a sure thing until we like got there. And we didn't know where we were going. We'd never been to that building before. And I saw the girl who eventually was going to play Sophie walking in, and I can spot a theater girl walk. You know, I was like, follow her. She knows where she's going. Yeah. And she turned around as soon as she saw it, and she went, hi, are you auditioning? I was like, I knew it was a theater girl. I just loved her from that moment.
One of the sweetest ones.
Just so sweet. But yeah, I could tell. I know, because I'm the same way. She was just really confidently walking in. I was like, she knows. Let's go. So I remember that I ran into a very old friend that I didn't know was auditioning in the like waiting room. I think I sang "Winner Takes It All." Not my best audition, but that's fine. It was my first audition in 10 years, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then we always, my husband and I always try and sign up for like the very earliest slot, get it done, and get out.
Yeah.
And we just went on a little date afterwards.
That's nice.
We were like, let's just go out and not think about it. Uh-huh. And then of course that's all we talked about, and that's all we thought about until the cast list came out.
I remember you walking in, like, I can, like, in my head, I can see the dress that you were wearing. I can't describe it super well, but, like, I remember you walking in. I think it was significant.
I planned that dress for it.
Really?
I was like, I want to wear, I always try and dress sort of on theme for audition.
Floral?
It was floral. To me,
you're describing this, and I'm like, okay, I do remember Jess's
because I was like, I want to wear a dress that I would wear in the Greek islands to the audition. That was my thinking of it. But it stands out.
That. But I remember because I'm pretty sure we were like dilly-dallying, and then I saw you and your husband and that other girl walking up to the building. I was like, there are people coming in. There's two people that we've never met before, so we gotta lock in.
Lock in.
And I remember too, like, being nervous, sending out the emails because we had a ton of women audition.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know you or your husband, and I remember just being like, I don't think she's going to accept, but I really hope she does because she's really good.
No, I was definitely...
And then you did.
I will never write, I will accept any role if I'm not willing to accept any role. That's my rule.
Theater tip of the day.
Yeah. Tip of the day, kids.
Yes.
Just be honest. If you only want one role, just be honest.
Yes. Be honest. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And don't say you'll accept everything if you only want, 3 out of 20 roles. Yeah.
For Into the Woods, I put that I would only accept 2 roles. I had just had a baby, and I was like, I can't do ensemble for it. I would love to. I love the show, but just couldn't do it. So.
And a lot of times that's, because ensemble is actually harder.
It's so much work.
I really hate it when ensembles get overlooked, which we could talk about
in a show like Mamma Mia or
we were utilized the whole time, and it was so fun. Like that was one of those shows that looking back, I don't think I would have wanted to be one of the leads. Like I made so many friends. You don't get to bond as much when you're utilized the whole time on stage, and you just get to spend more time. It's there's such a camaraderie ensemble, and it was one of those shows that
it's just so many bops in that show.
So fun to sing.
The ensemble gets to be in everything.
Yeah.
I forget which song it was, but the ensemble pokes their heads out a lot and then goes away, and I vividly remember you popping out onto the pier, the dock, and then going back.
That was my favorite thing. I was like,
and there's a picture of it. Oh God, I
things
bet.
you do for theater.
I commit to my art, guys.
Yeah, on the 3rd day, you're you do it again, and you're like, oh, it must be bruised there.
I feel it.
Feel like it's worth it.
It was worth it.
Exactly.
For the art.
So yeah, I mean that audition process. We talked an episode or 2 ago about that audition process. It's just so wild to think back about. Like you said, the amount of talent, and then just the amount of faces that came in that first time. And I say this in the nicest way possible. Haven't left. Everyone is still around.
Can't get rid of us.
Yeah,
they're stuck with us now.
Yeah,
it was like the STS baby boom.
Yeah. Yes. And honestly, I think Jesse, to your point of people were. That was 2021, people were starting to come out of COVID.
Yeah.
But by somewhere in 2022, people were
we were ready.
People were ready.
Yeah.
The show was, it was the perfect timing for that show. The audiences were ready for it.
Yeah.
People were ready to do that show.
People were so excited to have that show.
Yes.
I work the farmer's market, and we put out that poster just for people to look at, and they're like, "Are you doing it again?" And I'm
yeah,
they
go crazy.
One of the biggest pulls in for people to come in and talk to us at the farmer's market.
Yeah,
they love it.
Yeah, well, so one of the other things we were talking about previously was this discussion about how that summer was also our first summer of doing multiple big shows at one time. So what was that rehearsal process like for you, for Mamma Mia specifically?
For Mamma Mia, I feel like we didn't really start to overlap the second show until later on in the process. Mm-hmm. So the beginning, it was great. I mean, I also have done a lot of theater that wanted us every day of the week for really long rehearsals, and so to me, I was like, oh, this is great. It's kind of we were in the beginning, it was maybe twice a week for, the dances and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just loved the rehearsal process. And I always call myself a strong mover. And that show really brought out a lot of dance, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. But not my strength, but I enjoy it. In my brain, I'm a really good dancer.
Well, everything in that show is high intensity.
It is.
Everything is high intensity.
Yeah. It's 2 hours of jazzercise.
Just some really great songs, but all of them are just high energy.
Yeah. And the choreographer we had, she means business in the best way. She gets amazing results. And I think she's really great at adjusting her teaching style based on who has experience and who doesn't. And
for sure.
Definitely brings out the best in the strong movers as well.
I don't think we did a read through for that, or I wasn't there. I don't know. But my first rehearsal was the dream sequence. For Act 2. That was the first rehearsal.
I don't think we did a read through. Yeah. I think I went rogue. Because I'm pretty sure...
You were everybody knows the story.
Well, I think what happened was I did one rehearsal, I did Honey Honey, and then I left for a work trip.
Oh, that'll do
And then we went right into the dream stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I found out I got COVID on the work trip.
Oh, no.
So then I had to be out
You got
for like
COVID
2 weeks.
that summer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first battle with it?
It was. I mean, luckily, like, I was already vaccinated and everything. But, I mean, it still sucked. But, like, the work trip, I mean, this is 2022. The work trip was in Texas. So, like, we all
Every
got
time
it.
I went to Texas, I was like, I'm going to come back with COVID. My family was from Texas, so I was visiting there a lot. And I was like, they just had different rules down there.
Yeah, and we were in Austin, too. So, like, a very, like, heavily populated area. And,
Yeah, that was the summer of COVID, because I also got COVID that summer, right before we started working on Bright Star.
Oh.
I think it's just because everyone was going out again.
Yeah.
And
It was just the
gonna
timing.
happen.
Like, everyone was like, we're finally free.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Socialized.
Yeah, so
Trying to think
wild
of
time there.
what else I remember from Mamma Mia.
I just remember,
It's just
it was so great to be back with my, like, best friends that we had, like, we started, that's how I, like, made most of my friends, was doing theater in college, and that's where I met them, and I was like, we're all together again. It was really cool.
I do remember you messaging me during Mamma Mia asking about Bright Star.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
You and your husband were interested, and I remember, I think I screenshotted and sent it to you, and I was like, you're gonna be fine.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit, like I said, a few moments ago about doing both of those rehearsals.
Yeah.
You know, having those rehearsals at the same time. And I just remember thinking, it was always that's where we build out the mindset of, you know, whatever show's coming up next is the one to focus on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're doing Mamma Mia. Like, please keep them. You know, like, there's just so much going on.
Yeah. I
for that
remember
show.
one rehearsal, we were both rehearsing in the library. Do you remember this? Like,
Yes.
we were like over, Bright Star was like over in like that one smaller section.
Yes.
And then Mamma Mia was in the other one, and I was just hopping back and forth when needed.
Yes.
And that was
I just
that
remember
was
the
fun.
sound bleed of like trying to do like it was.
also like, I am so ADHD. I'm like, what's going on over there? What are they doing?
And I mean,
I'm like, oh, my
that
cue.
building has so many rooms. And we were like shoved in a corner.
Yeah.
I just remember at one point, like, and I really appreciated this, and getting to know him more, like, it just makes sense. But for a while during that process, like, I was so close to everyone in the cast, because, like we said, it was lightning in a bottle, so, like, everyone was just so kind, and we were kind of navigating the growth of the company together.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking with, like, the venue stuff that was going on, I was like, is anyone else seeing this? Is anyone picking up on this? And at one point, we were grabbing stuff from, like, the classroom area, and your husband said something like, we're all just trying to do theater. I mean, come on. And that in that moment, I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. People are seeing it. Got it. Okay, great.
Yeah.
That was a
space.
constant topic of discussion in our household, is like, why can't we just like all work together? It's community theater. Like, please be a community.
Exactly.
Exactly. I don't know.
I'm still optimistic that, you know, I'm September Song, shout out to them.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of companies in the area that are willing to share and work together, and I love that. And I think that's amazing.
I think we do have a good community of community theater, just with some outliers.
And I mean, when you look at just the volume of community theater in Carroll County, that's amazing.
We're
Like,
quite saturated with theater, which is like a really cool thing. And
Right.
like that no one is coming up short for casts for the most part. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're all able to like do
and you
what
look at
shows
how
need.
fast the kids camps fill up and stuff. Like,
They
kids
do.
are
Kids are so
getting out
interesting.
there and
Love it.
getting on stage, and
And Miranda was teaching the youth tech stuff. Like, we
Yeah.
had them learning sound during Wizard of Oz.
We gotta build up that
We're
pipeline.
training the next
Yes.
generation, and I love it.
Yeah, our 30th anniversary production of Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
You know, is you're gonna
I
need
mean,
sound operators.
you know,
I mean,
it's tough. How do you tell some kids, yeah, I trust you,
Right.
and other kids, no, I don't trust you to go near this.
This is a privilege.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. So what was it like stepping back on stage? I mean, we haven't had a chance to really go in depth yet about our performances, specifically that Sunday matinee performance. But for you, not being in a show for 10 years and then getting to
It was awesome. I mean, like, I couldn't have asked for, like, a better group to come back with. Like, this cast, like, just gelled so well. Mm-hmm. You guys were so wonderful. Like, that's the thing that I have noticed about Small Town Stars is, like, people want to come back and, like, they like the experience that they have. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes you hear these, like, horror stories. And so this was just such a great cast and show to come back with. Mm-hmm. I wasn't seasoned enough and, like, prepared enough to, like, do anything big myself. So ensemble was perfect. I was, like, exactly where I needed to be, doing exactly what I wanted to do. It was great.
And I mean, with those audiences too, I mean,
yeah,
you know, if you're going to start back up again, you know, go for a show like Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Like, just, you know.
I actually almost auditioned for Little Shop. That was the one that I was going to do my first show. Really? I was working a job that just, like, would have been very, very difficult for me to have done it. But I did that show in high school and I love it. And then I ended up having a wedding on the day of the audition. So that was enough to deter me.
Yeah, I was getting married during that show too.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we get that feedback a lot that people enjoy the experience of not just working with us, but also just, like, the regulars, if you will, like the people who come back frequently are just so welcoming to new people, and I think that's so important. And if anything, like, the people who, you know, don't come back, usually it's they didn't like the role they were cast in the last show, and like that's something we simply can't control.
You can't please everyone,
right? and we, you know, we've actually talked about this, Jessie, too, of, like, it's so important for us to have, like, to give everyone an equal opportunity when they come in here. And, like, sometimes, unfortunately, like, that makes some people upset because they work really hard for something and then they don't get it. But, like, that's theater.
Yeah.
And it sucks sometimes, but...
You can't have 30 Donnas in Mamma Mia.
Well, but what if we did?
What if
every song was a different
Our 30th
Donna.
Anniversary of Mamma Mia, we have 30 Donnas.
I do remember, I know we're not getting into the Sunday yet.
Oh, yes.
But I do remember a story from you specifically on Sunday, because I remember you talking about how your husband locks in before performances, and you actually had to go up to him and be like, hey, so, like, I just need you to, like, tell me what's happening. I need to make sure you understand what's happening right now and, like, what the changes are.
He isolates. So, like, especially in that space, there was so much room for him to wander. And so, like, you just wouldn't see him. Like, the whole, like, we usually hold hands and, like, do a little thing before each show. He's gone. I don't know where he is. Like, so, like, I had to be like, are you good? Do you know what's happening?
Well, and it didn't help that the plan had changed a couple of times. Yeah. So, but you were definitely like, hey, okay, so I need to explain this to you one more time.
First I had to track him down. It's like, where is he? So I can make sure he's good. Maybe he left. Maybe we have to change the plan again. Like, he's just gone. Yeah. He's in the wind.
Oh my gosh. I mean...
that would have been a tough change.
He was Harry.
Right? He was.
I think I could have been a good Harry if needed.
Not on that performance day. You couldn't have.
No, I was in and out of the bathroom all day.
Oh, we'll get there, listeners. Don't worry.
And then I had to play the tracks.
Oh no.
Oh gosh. The things we do for theater.
Things we do for our
something fun to wrap up on.
Yeah.
You want to play a little game or a little
game.
Not a little game.
A ditty?
A little ditty. A little ditty. Yeah.
A ditty.
I think both of us should pick our favorite Jessie role. And then I want to hear what Jessie's favorite role has been so far.
Oh, that's an easy choice, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh.
I'm looking at the wall.
Yeah.
We don't have all our posters.
I know, we don't have all the posters.
That's not super helpful.
Yeah. I've got some iconic Jessie memories.
I know mine.
What's yours?
Mine's Trina.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mine's Barb. Yeah.
That's exact. It's a tie between Barb and Baker's Wife.
Really?
It's both just paralleled with where I was in life, and it's funny when theater lines up that way. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite iconic Jessie moment?
That can be told on camera.
Can be told on camera.
We'll save those for our Patreon. The one that immediately comes to mind is when Jesse and Daryl were doing the live social media.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And for Bright Star, they were like, "See you in Act 2," and Daryl's like, "Yeah, see you in like 15 minutes." And Jesse goes, "Do you know how long this show is?" That was one of my favorites.
The dream team.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that just came to my mind and why I asked this question was looking at the Matilda poster and Jesse's wig coming off in the middle of Matilda.
That was a good one,
yeah,
too.
that was a good time.
That was a good time. The kids still talk about that. Like, the kids that have stayed and done other productions are like, "Remember when your wig fell off?"
As they should.
Yes. Yeah. We'll have more Matilda stories for sure once we get there.
Oh God, yeah. There's
so many.
You may or may not have cleaned up some bodily fluid.
Yeah.
And you know what? Wasn't the last time, unfortunately. There were other productions that I had to clean up bodily fluids.
Why am I not remembering?
Oh, the sink story from Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. A little bit of everything. But do you have a favorite memory or favorite moment?
You know, again, like with Mamma Mia, like just that we had two like super like come together moments where everyone was just in sync, and it was a well-oiled machine. That it's just, that's so special.
Yeah.
So those are special.
What's the most unhinged you've seen me and Joel?
I mean, the falsettos technique when you guys just needed your floor time for a while and you're like, "Please don't talk to me." I was like, I get it. You guys were really at the end of your rope. Understandably, but
we weren't even on the rope anymore.
The rope was gone.
We'll do a whole season of the podcast on summer 2025 because it's just.
We're gonna have to do an episode on the floor.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Floor time.
Floor time.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that was a wild time. But, I don't even know what to say. It was a wild time. It was a wild time.
I'm not ready to talk about it, so I'm glad we have more time.
Right. 3 more years worth of shows to discuss.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Well, we'll see you shortly for Bright Star.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Bright Star.
Next show up on the docket.
I love
Keep shining for me.
Yeah.
Shine
singing it
through.
Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks, Jessie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. And that's a wrap. Thanks for getting snarky with us. We'll see you later.
See you next time.